Welcome to Marty's Toy Box. So earlier today, Ringside Collectibles posted on their Twitter that there will be a Ringside Fest at Home 2020 for this upcoming week. I'm not 100% sure on the dates exactly yet, but it's sometime throughout the week. Maybe through the whole week. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, these are some figures I would love to see be announced at Ringside Fest at Home 2020. First up for the elites, we have Damian Priest. This one would be really cool if he had his jacket and maybe the North American Championship. I think they wouldn't have the North American Championship though, just because it was semi recent at least. But a Damian Priest figure nonetheless would be amazing in my opinion. Next up, we do have the Monday Night Messiah. Now, Seth Rollins has plenty of figures, but he has none with his Monday Night Messiah gimmick yet. And I think it would be really cool if they had his jacket and like one hand with a glove and stuff. I think that'd be really, really cool. Maybe even they have like um, an eye patch or something for Mysterio, or they do in fact have like just some like a Monday Night Messiah, how like the glass is in his entrance and the background of the box. I think that would be amazing. But who knows? Just a Monday Night Messiah figure itself would be really cool. Next up, Karrion Kross, the man who was NXT champion for about 3 days, and then he had to forfeit it for a arm injury. But now he is actually training to come back. So I don't know how long he'll be out for recovery and stuff, but he might actually return soon. But anyways, nonetheless, a Karrion Kross figure, one of the most hyped people in NXT, definitely deserves a elite figure. Next up, we do in fact have Dominik Mysterio. We already know this one's in the works. Dominik Mysterio got pushed right when he came in, mainly for being Rey Mysterio's son, but he actually does have potential. I was so happy when I first saw him wrestle. Of course, they would use this classic blue attire. Hopefully, they nail the tattoos and the face scan. Um, I would have loved to see Prince Mysterio like Dominic with the face mask on, like Rey Mysterio, but maybe he does that in the future. Next up, we do have Pat McAfee. He only wrestled one match, but WWE loves having figures made of celebrities, so I think Pat McAfee would be a great addition. I mean, they had Rob Gronkowski, who was literally there for WrestleMania, and that was it. I'm pretty sure he actually signed a contract with WWE, but then he left to go back to football. I'm not 100% sure, but they might make a Pat McAfee figure. Next up, MVP. He returned not that long ago. Well, it was a little bit ago, actually, like right after WrestleMania. He said he would only wrestle one match, and what do you know? He is back full time now with the Hurt Business. I don't know if we can expect a Hurt Business figures with like Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley or not, but I'm sure we can get an MVP figure with even this attire or with like a suit and stuff. Who knows? Next up, we do have, I always put this out, Santos Escobar or Santanos Escobar. I always mess it up, so don't arrest me for that. But the Cruiserweight Champion, he's been in the company for not that long now, but he is one of their champions, and I think this figure would be super, super cool to have, especially if it came with a mask. Oh, that would be amazing. Next up, we do have Dexter Loomis. In one of my previous videos, I made one of figures we need to see, and Dexter Loomis, I think, was one of them. Or no, the best prototype or the best custom made figures was Dexter Loomis. I think it's time he gets a WWE Elite. He's been in some big storylines with NXT with like the Undisputed Era and stuff. Then other times he's like not the best, but he did fight on Halloween Havoc against Cameron Grimes. Pretty good match. Pretty good show overall actually, but he definitely deserves a figure. And I think they'll just give him his green shorts. I'm not 100% sure, and I think the tattoos on this figure could look absolutely amazing. And the face scan, I don't know if they would go with a like scary-ish face scan or what they would actually do for that, but nonetheless, I think it would be a great figure. Next up, we do have Austin Theory. Now, he was involved with the Monday Night Messiah and stuff, but accusations came out and he went down to NXT, and then they did like an I Quit storyline last week. don't know if that was legit or not, but it was probably just for a storyline. But I think he deserves a figure, just for being in Raw for a little bit with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Next up, we do have Mia Yim. She did have a basic come out not that long ago, about 2 months ago. She has yet to have an elite, so I think that Mia Yim would be an amazing elite figure. Next up, we do have Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. They are, of course, the tag team champions. Kind of starting a stable with Pat McAfee and Pete Dunne. If those four were in a stable, oh, they could take over NXT. They are, of course, the champions. They've been together for a little bit, so I think those would be really cool figures. Maybe they do them in separate packaging, kind of how they did Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for 79 and 80, but who really knows? And then Kushida. He's been in the NXT for a couple months now, and I think it's just finally time he gets a figure. Maybe he comes with his jacket. His I think it's blue or orange or both, but that jacket would be really really cool, and just this figure in general would be. Next up for Ultimate Editions, I went with Stone Cold because we've had Rock Ultimate Editions, Triple H, John Cena. I think it's finally time Stone Cold got one. Either they could do this one with a T-shirt and a jacket, or just his Austin 216 jacket. And I don't know if they'll do beer cans for copyright and stuff, or like just because it's for kids, they might do just normal cans. But man, the day an Ultimate Edition Stone Cold gets announced is the day I will be super happy because I would have to pick this up the day it gets up for pre-order. And then Drew McIntyre, he of course had sort of a big push. Well, it was a big push. He beat Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble, then beat him for the title at WrestleMania, but he just dropped it to Randy Orton on Sunday. So, nonetheless, he held the company for a little bit, and I think it's finally time we get an Ultimate Edition Drew McIntyre. Maybe with a head scan with the hair in front of his face, and then one like this, and then his WWE title, of course. And then some of those that we actually have announced already. On WWE.com, like about a month or two ago, they did two polls for Ultimate Editions, and one was Jeff Hardy. Personally, I voted for the SmackDown December 19th, 2008 one, mainly because I like his face paint, and it would come with the spinner. But all three options are really good, so we are for sure getting a Jeff Hardy Ultimate Edition figure down the line. And same with Ultimate Warrior. He was in Ultimate Edition Series 1, but this poll did go up around the same time Jeff Hardy's did, so I assume they will either be in the same series or they'll just be in different series, but we can definitely expect these Ultimate Editions soon. I voted for the WrestleMania 6 one, or actually, I voted for the 1991 because his figures always have like this face paint on it, but this one looks really cool, and then it comes with a title. I'm a sucker for titles for Mattel, honestly. I always just love them so much. But I voted for Survivor Series 1990. All three good options. I don't know which one's won, but we can definitely expect those in the future. And then Asuka. So this figure was supposed to be an elite, but Mattel canceled it because it would cost too much money. I think it would be really cool if they had this one as an Ultimate Edition, seeing as they could charge more for it and maybe make profit. Because just the robe on this, and the three different masks, and the little top hat type thing she uses, is really good. And I think if they made it an Ultimate Edition, they could make profit and actually sell it. It just wasn't a good business decision if they did make them for an elite. But nonetheless, this will be absolutely amazing. So the at-home Ringside Collectibles event is throughout this week. I will try my best to get the information up as soon as it is announced for you guys. So if you are interested in that, be sure to subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what figures you guys would like to see them announced this coming week. And yeah, I hope you all did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time.